Hi, this is Mark News from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our podcast, Your Gardening Questions from Plant Talk Radio. If you have a gardening question you'd like our host Fred Howard to answer, send him an email. The email address is fred@planttalkradio.com. Now for today's question. Fred, we did get some emails this week, and one of them, of course, has to do with a topic that we get a lot this time of year, asparagus. And this gentleman, John, he writes in, he says, how do I tell the male asparagus volunteer plants from the female? I want to plant only female plants because they get larger than the male ones. Now, you were telling me your experience was just the opposite on that.
Yes, and I haven't gone to the books on it, but at the same time, the fact that the females do bear fruit, it takes energy to develop that part of its life cycle. And I thought they were the ones least desired. I thought you wanted to select them out, get rid of them, or just put them in a separate patch where you don't expect as much harvest and so on. I have grown asparagus not to really make judgments on it, but I've never noticed that significant a difference in terms of the quality of the stems that are coming up and so on. However, the common sense tells me that he might have an idea, but I think it's maybe reversed.
And how do you, well, this is a family program. How do you tell the male from the female?
Well, the female will have little peppercorn-like berries on it, quite round, quite like glass exterior because they crush easily. Reddish. That's about as much as I can remember in terms of telling the difference in it. But it's a matter that they will actually be bearing fruit where the male does not. And
plus, they'll drop the seeds and you get more, right?
Oh, yes. Plenty more. Even to the extent that a poorly handled asparagus bed where you don't reach down and pull out the extras, etc., can become too crowded. And each plant fights the other for space and water and nutrients and so on. And you get into a decline in the overall crop. I have to say that my brother lives in Middle Michigan, where to get to his place one way, you drive through a farm area that is heavy in asparagus. And the first time I saw it, I could not figure out quite what I was seeing. There was a tractor, there was a cart, if you will, and I can't describe it, with people laying on their bellies, right down close to the ground, and the tractor was driving along, and they were cutting something. Well, it was the asparagus, and apparently they do this every day or two or three because the asparagus comes on fairly fast when it's coming on. And I was just thinking, with my neck and back and so on, I don't think I could do that a whole day, let alone for a period of time. It would be easy to cut them or break them off. Actually, they'll snap off, but I don't think I'd want to get involved in that part of the crop. Now, as the crop goes, rarely did the asparagus that I grew get to the kitchen table. I happen to like it real well, green right off the stem, in the warmth of the sun. And, well, like I said, I didn't have very many plants, so it wasn't going to be a large yield anyhow. But I'd go out every other day or two or three during the fast growth period and just relish green asparagus.
Yeah, my wife had the same problem with our little cherry tomatoes a couple of years ago. She kept wondering why we didn't have any. That's because I was out on the deck and I just reach over and grab one every once in a while.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Hey, thanks again for listening to our podcast. Be sure to subscribe to our other podcasts as well, the Plant of the Week podcast and the Plant Talk Radio podcast, all on iTunes or your favorite podcast player. If you'd like to sponsor a daily podcast, contact us at fred@planttalkradio.com. To find out more about Fred Howard and Plant Talk Radio, visit our website, planttalkradio.com.
We've had a lot of questions about how we started the Dollar Saving Divas and why we do this.
I know. Well, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Leslie.
And we are the Dollar Saving Divas, but we do more than just
dollar saving tips. But we started talking about this. It was
15 years ago when we used to work together.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember we started it because we both like the same kind of food.
Yeah.
So we would go in search of
it was lunch every day.
Find
the best chili.
Let's find the best crab cake. Remember, we would just go place to place,
and we would compare. And it was our fun little lunch break every day.
It was a joke that we said, we ought to do this sometime for like a radio show
And we both had young kids. And so we were trying to find ways to, even cut costs and still provide all those things that you want to provide for your family. And live within your budget.
And I used to do a lot of events and marketing. So, we've done everything from tricks and tips on, party planning and how to decorate a table to different foods. I mean, we've traveled around the community to lots of different
we discovered some things in the community that, we didn't know were there. We thought, well, gosh, other people should know.
Exactly. Great shopping places. We even took a vacation to Naples, Florida, which I think we should do more of that traveling.
Oh, absolutely.
Actually.
Yeah, we should do more
I think some international would be good.
But I think it's a lot of our life experiences. It's a lot of life
experiences. We're not going to say how many combined, but
sharing that with other people.
Yeah, I don't want to say we could, together it would be like.
No, we're not going to say that.
Okay, I'm not even going to go there. I think it's really fun when we're now actually going and looking for sponsors. I mean, people are actually following us, and they're,
I know.
It's amazing. It's like
people do want to hear what we have to say.
And actually, I've heard some people even take notes. They have to replay it because, I want to know where that really good happy hour is, and
well, everybody wants to know where a really good happy hour is.
Well, and we're really good because we know where all the good happy hours are. Just ask us any place you live.
Those years of work, you need to know a good lunch spot and a good happy hour spot,
and never the two shall meet because you shouldn't be drinking at lunch. But it's just been really fun, and I think we're really expanding the things we're doing, which is I never thought that people would actually listen to us.
Well, I think that's the fun part is we are doing what's fun to us.
Exactly. So it's not like it's work.
Right. We're just having a good time and talking about it.
And maybe we shouldn't be talking about some of the good times that we have.
Right. Probably a little censorship would be good.
Well, I think we go bleep, bleep in between things.
That's why these podcasts are really 20 minutes, but we edit them down to 8.
Yes, because
there's so many things that should go in there.
Yes, bleep, bleep. It's like that. What is it? What do they do on the on TV? It's like the lag time or the...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We have to have a 10-second delay.
That's it, a 10-second delay. But we've really had fun, and so I hope people continue to listen to us.
Yeah.
And if people have things that they thought would make a good podcast, they really ought to, contact us.
Let us know, because we're always open to new adventures.
Yeah, particularly do they include travel, food, and
alcohol? And we're down.
We're good to go.
Circle270media.com